154.4.
154.4 for Larry Sanchez. 154.4. He's going to be taking on, making his pro debut from Albuquerque, Adam Ramirez to the scale. Adam. Don't forget all your fight merchandise. See Ray De La Cruz for all your fight merchandise.
159.6.
159.6. If we can get a face-off, fellas.
Hi, Rich. Perfect. Turn this way.
Can we get you in level round?
Good job, guys.
Tomorrow night's opening fight, ladies and gentlemen. Next up to the scale, 180 is the magic number from Clovis, New Mexico. Rico Showtime Urquizo. Rico from Clovis, 5, 6, and 2, 3 knockouts.
Oh, check out the Jordans.
What size are those? My size. What size are those? Our size. Our size.
Once again, if you need tickets, 505tickets.com, and stick around to see Executive Director of the New Mexico Athletic Commission, Richard Espinosa, before you leave. All fighters and corners.
$181.2.
181.2. We'd also like to thank Express Roofing and Construction. Gabe Romo's in the building. Gabe, good to see you. Next up to the scale from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Lorenzo Benavides. Lorenzo 101 is a professional.
175.4.
175.4 for Benavides.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah! All over.
Never a dull fight with Benavides. Urquizo coming all the way from Clovis. If we can get a face-off.
Work. Yes, sir.
Way to go, Lo! Go, baby!
You can face the crowd. Tomorrow night. Thank you, gentlemen. Next bout of the evening will be in the 145-pound weight division. First up, from Midland, Texas, making his pro debut, Albert Jones to the scale. Albert. Albert Jones to the scale from Midland, Texas. 145 is what we're looking for.
143.4.
143.4. He's going to be taking on the undefeated fighter, both by way of knockout. He's 2-0 from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Christian El Castillo. Castillo to the scale.
Facing the crowd. Yes, sir.
Undefeated, 2-0, 2 knockouts.
148 even.
148 even. Cristian Castillo. If we can get a face-off, fellas.
Right over here. Not bad, man. Right here. Right in the middle. Perfect. You want to face the cameras, guys?
Nice smile.
Next bout of the evening being the women's division, a featured bout, 4 rounds. First up from Fort Collins, Colorado, Danielle Saldana. Don't forget New Mexico State Golden Glove Boxing next week at Legion Post 13, 2 o'clock, April 6th and 7th. £112 is what we're looking for.
108.4.
108.4 for Saldana. Next up to the scale from Las Cruces, New Mexico, the undefeated fighter Amy La Picosita Salinas. Decorated amateur, impressive in her first fight. Had a big win over Liana Martinez.
$114.2.
114.2 for Salinas.
Yeah, we're taking a look at that.
If we can get a face-off, ladies. Ladies.
Okay.
Closer, please. There you go.
Want to face the camera, ladies?
Good job, baby.
Hey, good luck tomorrow.
Next bout of the evening is going to be 6 rounds. It's a featured attraction. First up to the scales from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Isias Martin Cardona to the scale. Cardona. Cardona's record, 25 wins, 17 losses, 17 by way of knockout. $128 is what we're looking for.
$123.8.
123.8 for Cardona. Next up to the scale, you talk about up-and-coming fighters. We talk about them all the time. I can name you a ton of them. If you haven't seen this next young man fight, you're in for a treat. From Albuquerque, New Mexico, the undefeated fighter, Angel Baby. Aaron Perez to the scale. 6 wins, no losses, coming off a big win in Texas. Now making his way back home here in Albuquerque.
$128.2.
128.2 for Angel Baby. 6 rounds tomorrow night.
Yeah.
While we wait for that face-off, it's at Expo, New Mexico, Manuel Lujan Center, Expo Explosion 3. If you need tickets, it's 505tickets.com. Make sure all fighters in corner see Richard Espinosa before you leave.
A little closer, gentlemen. There you go. Thank you.
Big Joe.
Right up here, guys.
Down here, too. Don't forget us, people. You're in Mexico, right?
I'll say he was winning you first. Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's not here.
Good luck tomorrow, guys.
Next up, this next fight, let me give you a little history on it. Pitbull Pettis fights for the welterweight championship and wins. Unbelievable fight. Then everybody starts calling out Pitt, and these next two gentlemen have been wanting to fight Pitt for that belt. And what a matchup it's going to be. 6 rounds. First up to the scale from Aztec, New Mexico, Joe Gomez Martinez.
151.2.
151.2. Next up to the scale from Albuquerque, New Mexico, is a fighter, 8 wins, 1 loss, 3 by way of knockout. Jose Luis El Güero Sanchez. Gomez had fought the likes of Alfredo Perro Angulo, Alco Garcia, Jose Luis Sanchez. Tough and rugged fighter. 152 pounds is what we're looking for.
Hits up there.
151.8.
151.8, 6 rounds tomorrow night.
Good.
The big question is, does the winner get Josh Pitbull Torres? That's what the question will be asked tomorrow.
Come on, Güero, you got this.
Good job, Güero. Good job, Güero.
Go to face the cameras, guys. Teléfono.
People down
Güero Sanchez, Joe Gomez Martinez tomorrow. Our next fight's a co-featured bout, 6 rounds. This fight was supposed to take place a while back. Then they agreed to it once again. From Albuquerque, New Mexico, he's undefeated. 11-0-1 with 5 knockouts. Papitas, Matthew Esquivel. 146 is the magic number.
Shine, Mateo. Shine. Puro varela.
145.2.
Up next to the scale, the crafty veteran. He's also from Albuquerque, New Mexico. 11 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. Willie Villanueva to the scale. Willie. Willie's fought some of the best. Co-featured bout tomorrow night.
145.2.
145.2.
Hey, wait. Second one.
Last 2.
That's 2 of them.
They're professionals.
There, guys.
A lot of respect for each other, Papitas and Willie.
Face the cameras, guys.
Remember the people on the floor. Gracias.
Good luck tomorrow, guys.
Pizza's in the house.
And now Legacy's boxing main event tomorrow night, 10 rounds. 147 pounds is the magic number. So in the main event, everybody's been calling out Josh Torres, and he only wants to fight the best of the best. And that's what Jordan and Aron Perez did. They brought in some of the best of the best. This next fighter has fought the likes of Errol Spence. Yes, the Errol Spence. Coming up to the scale first from Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua, Mexico, Francisco El Zorro Castro to the scale. 28 wins, 9 losses, 23 by way of knockout, ladies and gentlemen. 147. Let me repeat, 28 wins with 23 by way of knockout.
$149.6.
149.6. Next up to the scale, he's New Mexico's champion. He's the fighting pride of Albuquerque, New Mexico. 19 wins, 6 losses, 2 draws. He's the pit bull, Josh Torres to the scale. Tomorrow night, be his dad's birthday. Happy birthday to his dad, Al Torres.
Al's getting older.
144.8.
144.8 for the pit bull.
Yeah, baby.
Torres Castro tomorrow night's the main event. Once again, all fighters and corners, stick around. Make sure you
Hey, stay down. Everybody stay down.
talk to Richard Espinosa.
Stay down. We're rolling.
It's a great main event tomorrow night. Castro Torres.
There you go. Back up this way.
If you need tickets, it's 505tickets.com. Once again, a big thank you. Duke City Dent, Pettis Collision, Budweiser, Express Roofing and Construction, and the Ramada. Gary Pettis, thank you for today's weigh-ins. Don't forget the State Golden Gloves. It's at the American Legion Post 13, Saturday and Sunday, April 6th and 7th. That concludes today's weigh-ins. All fighters and corners see Richard Espinosa.